Ads on the internet have gotten completely out of hand. They slow down your browsing, track your data, and turn basic web surfing into an absolute minefield. Sure, you could install a browser extension like uBlock, but what about your smart TV, mobile apps, or streaming devices? You can't put ad blockers on those. Even this simple recipe website is plagued with ads. That's where Pihole comes in. It's a network wide ad blocker that acts as a black hole for advertisements. It intercepts ad requests at the DNS level before they even download to your devices. And today, we're going to install it on a lightweight Linux container on Proxmox. Welcome back to TechSimpld, where we make complex software easy to understand. If you're ready to optimize your digital workspace and build better workflows in 2026, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. Now, some of you may be asking, why are we using an LXC instead of a full virtual machine? The answer is quite simple: efficiency. Pi-hole requires almost zero processing power. By running it as an LXC container, it shares the host kernel, boots instantly, and uses less than 1 gigabyte of RAM, leaving our Proxmox resources free for my heavier self-hosting workloads. Let's take a look to see how to get this set up in just a few steps. Here you can see we're in the console of our LXC container running Ubuntu. From the Pi-hole GitHub page, they give us a one-step automated install line that we're going to copy. We're going to come back to our console, and we're going to run it. It runs a couple quick checks, and it brings us to our automated installer. Make sure that you have a static IP address assigned to your container, and you're going to continue. We're going to pick custom for our DNS, and we're just going to type in our local DNS for now. I'm going to confirm that these settings are correct. And we're going to include Stephen Black's unified host list. This is a third-party list that helps block more ads. We're going to enable query logging. We're going to show everything for now. And once we hit enter, Pi-hole is going to install. And here it's telling us our installation is complete and telling us how to set the DNS for our other devices to use this Pi-hole server. It's also telling us our admin interface as well as our password. What we're going to do next is make sure that we write down this web address as well as this web admin password. This way we can log into the admin panel and take a look around. Here we are at the admin console for our Pi-hole instance. So what I'm going to do is type in that password that we had before. I'm going to log in. I'll choose not to save it. And here we are. We're at the main Pi-hole dashboard. Now comes the fun part where we get to test. I'm back at that chicken pot pie recipe from earlier. And as you can see, we have a lot of ads on the screen. And if I refresh the page, they're just going to keep coming. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to edit our connection. We're going to go to our connection and change our DNS server from the default to the new Pi-hole server we just set. I'm also just going to do a quick refresh where I disconnect the connection and then I reconnect it. And what I want to see is that our primary DNS server is now using that .100, which is our Pi-hole server. And if we refresh this page, we're going to notice something. Everything is still here, but none of the ads are loading anymore. And the best part is, if we go back to our Pi-hole server, we can start to see that queries are getting blocked. And on that one page, 36% of the data loaded was blocked by Pi-hole. That's 36% of that web page was potentially ad tracking video ads that are shown to you, anything that could potentially take your data. I won't show it here, but basically, what you need to do is start updating all the devices you want to use Pi-hole, or even easier, set your router to use the Pi-hole server as its DNS, and then every device on your network will start having ad blocked immediately. Your network is now faster, cleaner, and significantly more private, all running on a tiny fraction of your Proxmox server's footprint. If you found this information helpful, or you learned something new, please consider subscribing. It really helps get our content in front of more people who could also use a hand. Thanks for watching. I'm TechSimpld, and I'll see you in the next one.